Magic the Gathering can be a very intimidating card game. From multiple formats spanning decades to what only ever seems to be increasing product releases. I thought to myself, can a sealed product even win? Not just any event, but a competitive REL event. With a budget of $50 a week, I wanted to find out. The rules? I cannot trade other players or buy cards individually. Strictly Wizards sealed product alone. This is Magic the Gathering from scratch.
So on this week's episode, you might hear a little bit of nature in the background as I'm recording outside. I have people inside the Airbnb we're at, and I have people sleeping, and my daughter's watching Miss Rachel. So this week we're not opening any sealed products. We're gonna jump straight into like what we have opened in the collection so far. I'm sorry about a little bit of the lighting in the corner, a little bit of glare there. I was trying to get the best lighting I could, and this is what I ended up with. Probably could have pulled the binder down a little bit maybe and eliminated some of that. But we haven't pulled anything super exciting really. Opened the sealed decks with the Gruul Stompy, Orzhov Humans, Vehicle Rush. I'm pretty sure those are the challenges are in the red-green standard Stompy deck. We opened those challenger decks and a bunch of Midnight Hunt, some All V1. Here's just a couple of B-roll footage of us driving on our way to Florida. That's where I'm at right now. We stopped in Alabama, and then we went through Florida, and not too bad actually. It was like a 24-hour drive. It was pretty chill. My wife did most of the driving. She's a champ. So our first stop in the Florida series of sealed only is going to be at Gamescape. It was on Marion Road. They had so much sealed product, it was crazy. Their single selection, I didn't quite get to see it. We're gonna jump straight into round one, and it was actually kind of cool because this guy told me that he watched the videos, which was the least thing I was expecting, so that was kind of a dopamine rush that felt pretty good. He was on Azorius Control, and I'm playing the pile. A little bit of cut action here, fan the cards, pick the grips up. Both go to 6, I'm pretty sure. I apologize, I didn't just fast forward and cut through this. I'm trying 300 times speed this time just to see if I can cut the videos down a little bit. Both on 6, both happy. He won the die roll, so he's gonna go first. Plays a tap land. I'm like, Hydra, Elf, go. And my hand was extremely slow. Like I didn't feel good about the hand at all, but I didn't want to go to 5. It seems like every time I play against his Azorius Control, I'm just mulling to oblivion. So I try to run out the Chandra, gets countered. Or no, I couldn't cast the Chandra because I'm a doofus and I didn't have let alone one red source. One red source, let alone 2 red sources. So now we're throwing out Luca. Luca gets absorbed. Feels bad. And now we have double red source. We're going for the Chandra he knows about. Chandra resolves. We're going to tick up. Choose not to cast. Then we're going to swing it with Mutavault. He's going to exile with Wandering Emperor. Or no, create a token and block the elf with Wandering Emperor. He's going to swing, Chandra, pass to me. Play my land for turn. Tanking here a little bit, Chandra uptick. Love Struck Beast. I don't think I'm going to cast it. Kind of tanking here. My hand was not that great. But we're going to end up going for the Glorybringer, seeing if this resolves. Glorybringer resolves. We're kind of like contemplating if we should exert or not. After driving for so long, I was kind of just fogged on these first couple matches. Then he's gonna end up taking care of the Glorybringer after we exert a token. So no, it doesn't feel too bad. Uptick, can't cast. I wish the Chandra could have got in for more here, but this double Wandering Emperor is pretty solid against my one Chandra. Get in with Lair for 3. Try to Mizzymortars the token. Plays the third Wandering Emperor. Plays a token. Like, his open was just pretty insane, and my hand was not near fast enough for like what he had going on. Even if it was any faster, the triple Wandering Emperor is pretty nut. We're gonna cast out a Bone Crusher Giant. That's pretty much all we got going on. He's gonna Toxic Deluge, put 2 in hand, 2 on bottom. Draw for turn. Uptick. Get in there. No blocks. 4/4 with first strike, I'm pretty sure is what that is not very good right now. Or even a 3/3 first strike is just pretty mid. We're gonna animate the Hydra for 5, I believe. And then he's gonna create a shark and double block. I'm gonna get rid of the Vigilance Knight, and he's gonna have a 2/2 shark. He's gonna make another guy. Play to Fairy, uptick to Fairy. Doesn't feel too good. And honestly, from like this position in the game, I'm not sure what we can really do. Like, he's got favorable blocks. And we're gonna Heart's Desire, resolves, cast the Love Struck Beast. Love Struck Beast resolves. Feels good. I still don't know if we're in a winning position at this point. We're not in a losing position necessarily, but he's got a large grip. He's gonna get rid of everything with the Love Struck Beast, so Love Struck Beast is kind of useless right now. I drew the Elf. We can swing 5, but honestly, we need to hit this to Fairy, so we're not going face, and this Wandering Emperor is a problem, and yeah, he's just able to clean it up. Going first, we go turn 1 Elf, and our hand's pretty decent, I feel like. Like, we had to mold a 5. Then we have turn 2 Love Struck Beast, swinging for 5, so like we're starting off very strong. Meg Disappear on the Scoos, I believe, and then we played an Elf. And now we're going for a shifting. We're gonna give it haste, swinging for 10. And he goes to 5 here. So, but he had the Supreme Verdict, so just evens out the board state. I feel like we're on 1 card now, or no, we're hellbent now because we were on 5, so it just doesn't feel good at all. There's not a whole lot of cards that could have closed out the game there on 4 mana. He's gonna Field Room my Mutavault just right away. Now the Cinder Veins does put him at like 5 non-creature spells, but we end up giving it to him because we're just not doing anything. Round 2, we're playing against Azorius Spirits. He won the die roll. It's kind of like a common occurrence starting out the night. Like, I didn't win any die rolls. And his start is pretty bonkers. Like, he's getting in there. I just have my Lonely Scoos. Didn't have the turn 1 Elf. And Scoos this early is kind of just lackluster. We're not racing very well against his board. We have the Bone Crusher on turn 3, which feels kind of good. This card's kind of good. It's the new legendary from March of the Machines. Can't think of the name right now. Sorry, Spirit guy. So we've got land drop. We're gonna go for Questing Beast. He's gonna counter it. Feels bad. Swing in for 6. Gonna take 6. Gonna flash in a dude. I'm not exactly sure what life totals are at, but being able to cast stuff from the top of your deck is pretty insane. So my turn, scoop it up. It's not good enough. Flying very good against my board at that point. Turn 1 Elf, pretty solid. And we didn't have a turn 3 power play, which feels bad. But my opponent also had a slow start. We're going in for the shifting. Can't be countered, pro blue. Very good against this matchup. Very glad I had this in my hand. I think it was like the only reason I kept it, honestly. Because we didn't have the turn 3 power play, which felt bad. Now, a Glory Bringer here would have been pretty sick. Didn't have it. Get in for the 5, play the Elf. I have nothing else. He's going to flash something in. Swing in for 2. My turn, draw. Land for turn. Tap 2, we're going to try to mortars on the blocker. He's going to have counter spell. We're going to try to get in for the Glorybringer, exert, get in for 10. And like on this board state, I do feel pretty good. And then he's going to exile the shifting. Does not feel good. The apparitions there are very good. Chandra, pretty sure we down tick, kill the apparition, get the 4/4. Let's go ahead and swing it for 2, because if he blocks, I feel like that's a favorable trade. And we're going to get in for 1. Yeah, and he just scoops it up. My board state's pretty clean at that point. Going into game 3, he's got a decent start. Wandering Spirit. I got turn 1 Elf, feels good. He's going to pass, pretty typical for Spirits. I think I said mono blue Spirits, but it's definitely Azoria Spirits. Can't remember what I said at the start of the commentary. And again, we just didn't have the turn 3 power play. And then we had the Questing Beast, but Spell Queller is pretty good. He's got another Wandering. I think his Wanderings were 4 and 2. It's pretty cool. Tanking for a bit here. So I had a lot of options and I wasn't sure what exactly the play was, so we're going to try to throw out the Questing Beast again, and he's just going to counter it. It feels bad. Play a Spirit, swing in, can't block none of that, and then we have the shifting. He's going to flash in the route chains, we're going to pass, hold up the block. He's going to tank for a little bit, do some calculations, and realize that he just swings out. Swinging out, there's not a whole lot of ways that I win here. I'm going to have a shifting and a Questing Beast, but only shifting can block, and I have to invest green to block with it. So, like, I'm just so low. I needed, like, honestly, maybe a Glorybringer here. And we can down tick Chandra, kill the Rattle Chains, swing in for 4. We can block 1, but yeah, he just has the flash, and now he's just got lethal. We just make him win the game. I've been in positions where people just don't swing with this deck, and he turns his card sideways and picks it up in game 3. Feels bad. This camera angle is a little zoomed in, I feel like. Luckily, we kind of played within the realm of it. I'm not sure what happened here. But, also, man, I noticed game 1 and game 2 and 3, the point of view switched. I was on the other side of the table, even though that never happened. So, turn 1 Elf, and then we had no power play on turn 3, and then we went turn 2 Questing Beast, and Questing Beast is pretty sick. Pretty sure we have a Glorybringer. No, we just went with Chandra. Going with Chandra, leave an Elf up. I think we're gonna excuse me, I think we're gonna uptick the Chandra. Don't cast it. Sorry, it's not in frame. I don't know what happened to the angle. He's gonna Lightning Strike. He's gonna attempt to kill the Questing Beast, and I have the Tyvar stand, the 1-of. Feels good. First time that things have gone my way tonight. He's gonna play a tap land, throw out the Fable, and honestly I feel like the Fable is just a little slow here, so I'm not feeling too bad about it. Uptick Chandra, and we have a Glorybringer off the Chandra, which that feels pretty good. We're gonna get in for both. I'm actually just gonna exert because I'm pretty far ahead and kill the Shaman token, so I wasn't sure if he was on creativity or what he was playing at this point. I'm just seeing some good stuff in like colors that could play creativity, I feel like. And then he's gonna go ahead and give it to me. I'm pretty far ahead. Go to game 2. Now we're gonna kind of see a lot more of what his deck does in turn 2. So we didn't have, our hand was super slow, but with the way game 1 went, I felt like I was fine to keep it. We had tap land and we drew the forest and we played the elf on turn 2. And now we're playing the Bone Crusher, trying to represent the Tyvar stand because he didn't see how many I had. I had it every time that he tried to interact with me. He's gonna big score. So here I was like, oh, like what if he just plays the Dominable Creativity and just some crazy stuff off the top of his deck? That's not what he does. He plays Narset. And Narset's pretty good. Hexproof, First Strike. I mean, not super good against a double Glorybringer and Bone Crusher. He's gonna Fading Hope the Glorybringer back to hand. He's gonna take the 8. He's gonna swing it with Narset. Reveal. I see Supreme Verdict, so we're just gonna block the Narset with the Elf. He's gonna go ahead and cast all his stuff for free, gain some life. Supreme Verdict, play with Fire Me, Scry. Taking on the Scry, kept it on top. Don't like to see that. Consulting the hand, we have Questing Beast, so we're just gonna get him with some more aggression. Try to swing in for 4. He's gonna gain 6, and then I'm gonna deal 4, so he's gonna net 1 positive. Doesn't feel too good. I think he gained like 17 life this game or something. Land for turn. I think he has 1 treasure and 6 lands right now, so he's got a lot of mana available to him. I think he has a pretty decent grip still. And then he spent a lot of resources just trying to remove the Questing Beast again. Thinking I had the Tyvar stand, I didn't. It feels bad. Still just keeping aggression, swinging with the Glorybringer. He removes the Glorybringer. I believe right now he's at 11. So like, even though I've done like a crazy amount of damage, the second Narset is just in a premium position actually. And I'm out of steam, so I just scoop it up. We both mulligan, I believe. Land L feels good. On the play feels even better. Turn 3 power play of a Furnace Puncher. I don't have double basic here surprisingly, but I was pretty sure my opponent was on maybe no basics, if like a few. And he ended up like, wow, I played 2 basics, so let's just try to draw those because I don't have an out for this Furnace Puncher right now. And then we have Cindervein, so we're just trying to get like the. And here I kind of think I forget a lot of Cindervein's activations because he should have taken 1 there and not gained anything really. Just draw the card pretty much. We're gonna get in. Furnace Puncher, this card's just pretty good here. It's pretty good against a lot of matchups. Unfortunately, the matchups I played tonight, the first 2 rounds, wasn't super good. We put in the Urbrass Forge in those matchups and never see it. Not near as much as I see Furnace Puncher. I don't think Urbrass Forge has done anything lately. The double Mutavault came in clutch here too. We were just able to like get in for so much damage without them cast anything. Scavenging use might manage to be useful, just eating stuff out of yards even if we don't get the counter. Just turn all our stuff sideways, and he just did that to do it. So this week we went 1-2, not the best. We're in Tallahassee, Florida. That was Gamescape. This video is a little bit shorter, no sealed opening, but I have some big plans for the next episode. If you managed to make it this far, I do appreciate it. And thank you for watching.